Hey everybody, this is Kim,
Hey, this is Steven.
and this is Thompson's reading. Well, thanks for jumping in and coming back and spending time with us. This will be a quick episode, we think. We've got some finishes to talk about. I have finishes from August, and your finishes are from
I have
in the
finishes
last.
at in the last week and a half.
All right, all right,
Yeah,
and
last
then
week and a half.
we had a fun little jaunt over to the library sale, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And then I'm going to talk about my plans for September, October after I finish this book that I'm currently reading. So, you want to get started?
Sure. I got my Caleb Williams jersey on because as we are shooting this, the Bears game is about to begin. Hopefully, by the time this is over and posted, they would have won. But if not, I'm excited right now. But anyway, I want to talk about some books that I have finished. So in this month, I have been reading books that were recommended from Barack Obama that were off of his reading list. Currently, I'm reading four of those books. I finished two. So the first book I finished on my Kindle was called Help Wanted. And Help Wanted is a really unique ensemble piece. It's very timely as well. It's about workers in a big box store, and the big box store is sort of been like in a town where a lot of businesses moved out of. A lot of the people who work there are underemployed. They don't get a lot of hours. The big box store is trying to compete with online retailers. And it kind of tracks the story of the workers who work there, also the people who are in management, and just about everybody in the story is trying to get ahead.
Mm.
And it's a really great story how the ensemble piece will tell the story of each of the characters as they go through the story. So really a little bit sad, but very good writing. I think just the sad part of it is just kind of the struggle that a lot of the characters found themselves in. There was just one part where this person wanted to get promoted, and he realized that he didn't have his GED or a high school diploma. And he was discouraged because he just needed that piece of paper. And he had the ability and he was working really well. And that was kind of the through line, is that there was characters who were struggling with just getting a high school diploma,
Mm.
some who had made it through college, some who didn't go to college but wanted to. Everybody is trying to find their way. And that was what made it really timely, something that we all see in our day to day as well. So really enjoyed Help Wanted. The other book that I read was Headshot. I really recommend this book. It's just really unique in the way Rita Bullwinkle writes. It tells the story of a boxing tournament with high school girls. And the
Wow.
boxing tournament tells the story of these girls in detail. But in the story, you're talking about the girls' past, the girls' present, and then it even goes into the girl's future, all while you're in the boxing match. So you're enthralled in finding out, well, who's going to win this boxing
Mm.
match, but you're also learning about each of the girls. So it's a 8 girl tournament, and it goes from the quarterfinals to the semifinals to the finals. It's set in Reno, so it's not like Vegas where it's glamorous. It's sort of a tournament that's on the fringes. There's not a lot of people in the boxing gym. It's kind of old and raggedy. And really, it's just the girls and their parents
Mm.
and their coaches. And a lot of the judges are part time workers who really don't know that much about boxing. But just the way the author tells the story in such a unique way, definitely recommend Headshot. It is just a great read. I'm going to go check out some more books by this author, look at her Instagram page and just her author page, because I just really just it's unique to see how people write in a non-linear way and just very different. And you still get all the tension, the beautiful writing, themes, it's all there in this book. So Headshot, highly recommend it.
Yeah, that book, I he was giving me a general idea what this book was about, and my first question was, I want to know why Obama really liked this, and I haven't looked it up. I don't know if you got a chance to look it up to see why
No,
he
I
even
didn't look
liked
it up
it.
on why he
I'm
liked
gonna
it.
have to figure out why he liked this book so much. But anyway, I am currently reading an Obama book too, but it's not finished. So let me just tell you what I have finished. I'm gonna pull up my Goodreads because I don't have the books anymore, guys, because my plan, I'm not somebody who I would love to have a library. Don't get me wrong. I don't get me wrong. I would love to have a wall dedicated to books. However, we don't have room like that. And so, and I'm also not somebody who's going to reread usually the books. So once I finish, they are getting donated. So these books that I'm talking about, one was on Audible, so I never had the physical book. And the other two, I have already donated them. So let me tell you what I finished in August. Now, we have talked to you guys before about the fact that we got a new puppy. And so August was really our first full month with her. And so I, had previously been finishing 6, 7 books, each
Mhm.
month, but not so in August. And I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I understand that, just like when our son was born, things that you did at your leisure, that changes. And the same thing happens with a brand new puppy. So I finished 3 books, 2 physical books, and 1 book on Audible. So the first book I finished was The Truths We Hold, An American Journey by Kamala Harris. And I picked this one up because, right when I understood that she was going to be the nominee for the Democratic Party, I was like, let me figure out who this lady is and what she's about. And this is her story. This is her journey in book form. She reads the book. It was quite interesting. And I'm glad I did it because I got a better idea of who she is, as as a woman, as a public servant. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I definitely gave this a 5 star because it gave me what I needed, because I wanted to get to know her better. So
Mhm.
that was really good. Then I read Crazy Rich Asians, and by Kevin Kwan. Yeah, by Kevin Kwan. And you guys, you know it. You've seen the movie. I've seen the movie. I put that movie on almost anytime I run across it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I knew it was based on the book. And we came across Crazy Rich Asians when we went to the library sale several months ago, and I bought a copy. And the funny thing is, when we just went to the library sale yesterday, it was another copy of Crazy Rich
Mm.
Asians there. Maybe it was the one I donated. I don't know. Maybe it landed right back there. But anyway, it was really good. It is a very long book, by the way. It's like 500 plus pages. And so it took a minute for me to get through it, but it was very good. It really, if you've seen the movie, it's about the same. And usually that's not the case. Usually I have a problem with movies. If I read the book first and then see the movie, any detail that they switch bothers me, but they did not switch very much, here. Like some of the details were different, but overall it was exactly the same book. And here she is, guys. I know you heard her in the background. She just got back from a walk, and she has her bone in her mouth.
She likes coming on
Um,
the couch
yeah,
to
she,
chew.
yeah. So, anyway, and then the other book I started reading, let me tell you the book I started reading that I stopped reading. I was like, I'm gonna get at least one more book in. And I figured that I could get a YA book in because they usually are, easy to read really quick. So I started reading this book called My Fault by Mercedes Ron. And it is a YA romance. It's one of those friends to lovers tropes. Um and I really did get through like 170 plus pages, and I was like, I'm too old for this particular one. Sometimes you can read YA and it will be perfectly fine. but I was like, I am too old for this. And so I stopped reading it. So I'm not going to say I DNF'd it because I am going to finish it. I just stopped because I was not enjoying it. But I'm going to finish it, y'all. I'm going to finish it because I just don't, I'm not someone who doesn't finish books. Now, am I going to read the second and third? I own the second book in the series, and I don't think so. Unless something changes, those will both get donated. So then I put that down and I was like, okay, I still want to finish a book before the month of August is over. So I jumped in and I started reading another YA because I just thought that was wise. And one YA author that I have enjoyed in the past is Sarah Desson. And I have a couple of Sarah Desson
Mm.
books, and this one was called Along for the Ride. And it was actually pretty good. It was the story of a girl who was raised by two very highly cerebral parents. But they all of their parental energy was expended on her older brother. So by the time she came around, there was not a whole lot, and they didn't neglect her, but there was not a whole lot of you know, she basically was like a little adult. And so all the things that you do as a kid, she didn't do. But her parents eventually get divorced. And this is set right before she starts college.
Mm.
And she ends up deciding to spend the summer with her dad, who is remarried to a younger woman who has just recently had a baby. And so her all of it is just human condition stuff, the angst of all the things that she's felt as someone growing up in his household and with her mother and him, and then watching him be who he had been when she was growing up, but now through the lens of she's an older sister to a baby, and she's watching her father's new wife completely stressed out over taking care of this baby.
Mm.
And so it's all of that. And in the middle of all that, of course, she meets a few boys. And she suffers from insomnia because when her parents were married, if they argued, um they would hold back the arguing until she went to sleep. So she started staying up all night to keep them from arguing, and so it just became a thing. And the boy that she ends up meeting also is someone who doesn't sleep at night. So they go on all these adventures together through the night and get in. That's how they become friends. That's how they become interested in each other. Anyway, it's a cute little story. I liked it way better than I liked My Fault. And so, yeah, those are the three books that I finished in the month of August. I've already finished several. Today is the 15th of September, and I have finished several audiobooks and close to finishing one physical book right now. But we will talk about my September finishes in the next episode. So,
All right. So, yes, yesterday we went to a library book sale. We love the library book sale. And I think for me, this time I was thinking, okay, I got 10 books from the last library book sale, and they're still sitting in the box because I just love reading and I go to the library and Obama's list came out. So I said, look, we're not getting 10 books again. I'm going to get five. I'm going to get 5 books. I'm going to stick to those 5 books, and I'm going to do something different this time to pick one of the books. So I'm going to talk about my 4 books that I picked and then the special thing I did for the 5th book. So let's see what we got. So first one is called Same Sun Here. And I really picked this book because this is an immigrant story. And I
mm,
thought it would be neat to read an immigrant story. So I got that. I got David Baldacci, The Escape, because when we walked into the library, Kim was talking about reading a thriller. So I had saw that this author is really prolific. And I said, well,
oh, David
let me
Baldacci,
get
yeah,
a thriller. So
yeah.
I picked up The Escape. And then nonfiction, I do a podcast on music. And this is called the Rap Yearbook. And it has the pivotal moments in rap, the best rap songs from 1989 up to 2014.
Wow.
So I thought this would be great for my podcast because I love to talk about music, pop culture. And I thought this was a book that will just really is interesting from a historical perspective, and also because I just am a fan of music, and I thought that would be a great book to read. This book, Other Girls Like Me, I just like unique stories, and I'm not 100% sure if this is a memoir or if this is a novel, but it seems like it may be both, and I'll figure that out when I read it. But it's a unique story. It's about a girl growing up in South Africa. She likes punk rock music. She tends to lean towards being more like a boy than a girl. So it just seems fun. So when I finish it, I will have to let you know if it is a memoir or a novel. So
Sorry, guys. The puppy is behind me, and she is picking at
she's
me.
puppying. Yeah, she's puppying. Okay, so the last book, I decided what I was going to do. I know that people talk about blind date with the book. So I
Mm-hmm.
decided to do blindfold with a book. And you'll see video of this later on. But basically, well, I didn't have a blindfold, but I basically closed my eyes, waved my hand around the book section a few times, and then grabbed a book, pulled it up, and said, I'm going to read this. So Christopher Moore, God of Darkness. Okay, this book seems really interesting. You really can't get a idea of what it's about simply by reading the back cover. Uh, Also, what is interesting is the author is an expat author. So he's American and he writes in Bangkok, Thailand, and
Mm-hmm.
he writes about being in Thailand. What was really neat is when I opened the book up, it actually was an autographed copy.
Oh,
So
cool.
it says best wishes, Christopher Moore. So I thought that was kind of neat. I just picked a book at random, closed my eyes, and I'm going to get a chance to read this and tell you what it's about. So that's what I did. We love the library book sales. We love the bookmarks. You know, these are really nice. Free people read freely. Love those bookmarks. Got a library card bookmark, and then just when the next book sale is. So we have another book sale in December. We definitely will be at that one, and we'll get some more books, probably with a holiday feel to them. And that's it. We really love reading. And Kim wants to tell you about something really cool we're going to do.
But first, let me talk about the books I bought. So we
Oh, yes, your books.
we definitely limited ourselves because last time we did, we also limited ourselves. Last time we said we're gonna do $10, which means 10 books because the books were all $1. And but this time I was like, and I have to say I have read out of my 10, at least three of them I've already read. But I wanted to this time get less because I need to read some of these other books, right? And I have a TBR card. I may do a little footage so you guys can see my TBR card. Because when I buy books, I fully intend to read them. And so I have them all on a nice little card. I'll give you a little bit of footage of that later. But when I went to the book sale this time, my determination was that I am buying all mystery thrillers. And that's because this is like it's September, so we are in cozy season. We are in spooky season. And so I thought what I'm going to do, the book I'm reading right now is pretty meaty, pretty involved. And so it's taking me a minute to get through it. I'm enjoying it, but I'm looking for something like popcorny, potato chippy mystery thrillers that move really, really fast. That's what I'm hoping that I pick. So I went into the sale with that in mind, that I would get all thrillers. So let me show you what I got. Sorry, guys. Okay. So four of mine are mystery thrillers, and then one that just caught my eye. Okay, so I got The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. This one is like a 4.11, 4.1 ratings on out of 5 on Goodreads, so I'm excited about that. I got The Other Typist by Suzanne Rendell. I got White Lies by Lucy Dawson. Most of these, so the one by Lisa Jewell is the only one that was over 4, but all the rest of these were like 3.9, 3.89 out of 5. So they were rated pretty good on Goodreads. And this one is by S.B. Caves, and it's called I Know Where She Is. And then the final book I got, I picked this up because I have 2 other books by this author. It's called The Vibrant Years, a novel by Sonali Dev. And I have some other books that I hauled when we were in Chicago by the same author. And I wanted to just go ahead and grab this one. It says it is Mindy's Book Studio. I don't know exactly if that's I don't know if that's Mindy Kaling. No, I don't think so. Anyway, I got that one. So those are the books I got. You will see me reading those. And then when I got home from the library sale, I knew I had a couple of other mystery thrillers on my TBR card. So I pulled all of them because the goal will be between, as soon as I finish this other book, which will be today, then I'm going to start reading these mystery thrillers. And I hope that I will thoroughly enjoy them through the month of October. So those 4 plus these ones I had here. All right. So I had Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. I have The Last Time I Lied from Riley Sager, who is a pretty popular um, mystery thriller author. Here's another one, Miss Frida McFadden, The Teacher. I have read The Housemaid by her, and I think I audio. No, I read it. I read a physical copy of the book, so I got that one. I got this one by Alyssa Cole, who is an African American author. It's called One of Us Knows. So I'm excited to read that one. And then this final one that I got is a Reese's Book Club pick called Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Jillian McAllister. It says, how do you stop a murder after it's already happened? And it has a blurb on the front from Lisa Jewell, who is a pretty popular mystery thriller writer. So I'm excited to dive into mysteries and thrillers throughout from here on out through the end of October, and then we'll get into some other stuff then. And that's it for those books. So what we wanted to announce though is that we are going to do a giveaway on this channel, and we will give you more details, so be on the lookout for the prize. But basically we are trying to get I'm trying to check your subscriber count right now real quick, because we're going to do let's see. So Steve is at 90 subscribers. We want to do a 100 subscriber giveaway. So we will announce that giveaway on the next episode. We are going to have a prize that we hope you guys will enjoy. So come back next time and check out what we have and see what the prize is going to be. And it should be fun to get Steve over 100 subscribers, and then we already have plans for a 200 subscriber giveaway as well. So we're going to try to just grow the channel. So anyway, we want to say thank you for everybody who stopped by. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking some of your time. You can be anywhere doing anything, and the fact that you decided to spend some of your time with us warms our hearts, and we want to say thank you for that. And I think that's it.
Yes, enjoy reading. There are so many books out there, so many places to find them. Reading is a great way to relieve stress. It's a great way to just get into the world and have a great time. So we love you guys. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.